Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Trenton Estep. Of course, he'll be running for the 47 Motorsports team in the number 7 in the LMP3 category. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Excited to be here.
So let's talk about the Rolex 24 for a second. How exciting is it to run the Rolex for your third time?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the biggest race of the year. It's one of the biggest sports car races in the world as well, and it's always an honor to be such a part of a crazy event as the Rolex 24. So yeah, looking forward to it.
So talk about your background in racing for people that may not know you.
Yeah, I started racing go-karts when I was 5. I'm actually from San Antonio, Texas. So started in kit karts at a local track not too far from San Antonio, and raced all around Texas until I was about 12, then transferred over to doing some national stuff like the Florida Winter Tour, SKUSA Pro Tour Series, US Open, and then transferred over to doing some stuff in Europe as well. And then switched to Formula cars when I was 15, actually. So I signed with Exclusive Autosports out of Canada, and I ran two Canadian series in 2016, which I was actually fortunate enough to win my first year. So it was a good 2016 for me. And then after I finished with Exclusive, I got an opportunity to race for JDX Racing in Jeremy Dale and Porsche GT3 Cup, and then did that for 2 years and was fortunate enough to win the championship in my second year. And then just kind of been doing all kinds of stuff after that, doing some stuff in the Middle East and stuff in Europe as well. And yeah, I'm back running prototypes for 47 Motorsports for the Rolex 24.
Yeah. So yeah, you've been all over the place. It sounds like. What's that been like? I mean, how old are you? For people that may not know.
22. I just turned 22.
Nice. And you've done all this at such a young age. What's that like to travel around the world and go racing and all that?
Yeah, it's surreal. I mean, it's a dream come true, really. I mean, ever since I started go-karting, it was my dream to drive race cars and to do it around the world. And I've been fortunate enough to do that. So it's been a huge life experience, and it's been one heck of a journey.
So talk about the Rolex 24 for a second. You're with the 47 Motorsports guys in the LMP3 category. I think we've had a driver on now from every single category in the Rolex 24. So what's it like to drive a LMP3 car?
To be honest, I really don't have that much seat time in it. I come from sports cars, right? So it's a completely different car for me. I was actually thrown in last minute last Rolex 24 because a driver couldn't end up doing the event. So my first time in a prototype car was in the race in the Rolex 24 last year, and actually only was able to do 2 stints, and then we had a mechanical problem and haven't driven the car since. But the 47 guys called me back and they needed another driver for this year, but I was fortunate enough to actually get some seat time in it now. But it's different, man. It's really, really different than anything I've driven. It's got a lot of downforce. It's really torquey. The car is very, very light. So it's just it's a new driving experience for me. But I've had a lot of help from a great team behind me, and it's been learning good actually. We were P1 in the night session actually for our last dry session in the Roar. So yeah.
So how does one? I knew you've raced in this race so many times. The thing is with endurance racing, it's always just, it's unlike, the 6 hours or, 10 hours or even the 12 hours. This is a whole day. What's that like? Like, what are you doing outside the car? And I know you're trying to get as much sleep as you can, but it seems like it doesn't work out so often.
Man, it's tough. The Rolex 24 is a special event. Like you said, man, it's a day. So you got to really change your mindset up for the driving aspect of it, right? So you're used to the sprint stuff where, it's a couple hours, or, even if you have a 6-hour race, you can charge a lot, you can push your body physically, more demanding, and you can, push the car more, but you really got to, hold back and conserve over the course of, really 23, 22 hours. And then you can really start to push in the final 2 hours. But no, like you said, man, we're up for 24 hours. It's hard to get some sleep in between stints. That's for sure. It's really loud. And, sometimes you really only have like 2 hours in between a drive stint at 3 in the morning. So we just try to go back to the motorhome and get some rest and get some food in us, and then we're back at it.
So, so I know that what are we expecting from this race? There's going to be 60 to 62 cars in this race. I can't even remember how long it's been since that happened, or if it's ever happened. But what's it going to be like trying to navigate all those cars? Because you got LMP2s, and then you got those DPI cars coming at you, and plus you're also trying to get around GT traffic as well.
Yeah, man, it's going to be tough. Like you said, it's a huge turnout. I don't think we've had over 60 cars in the past 5 years, so it'll be something new. No, we kind of got a taste of it in the 2-hour qualifying race at the Roar, but there really wasn't too many cautions. We were kind of expecting to have a little bit more cautions with it, even for the aggression level that was in the Roar. But it'll be interesting. Like I said before, we're gonna have to drive it like 80% just to save the cars for the final 2 hours. But if there's not going to be many cautions, I think the pace is going to be quite high actually. So no, it's I've been fortunate enough to do the event 2 times now, so I kind of have an idea of the traffic aspect of it. But with this many cars, it'll be tough for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Oh, one more thing. I've asked everybody this that I've talked to get ready for the Rolex. What do you have to do? What's the biggest key you think to get it done at the Rolex 24?
Oh man, stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Be consistent, and just stay clean. I think we'll be there for the end.
All right, Trenton. Thank you so much for coming on, and good luck in the Rolex 24 Daytona this weekend.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.